Hello and welcome to Crochet with Diane, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. So I've wanted to crochet a mosaic style granny square blanket for ages, and so I did, and I'm so pleased with how beautiful it's turned out that I want to share with you how to crochet one for yourself. With making a few small changes to the regular mosaic granny square, you will be able to just keep going until this blanket is as big as you want it to be. Obviously, you can use whatever colour you like to make a wonderful addition to any room in your home. So let's get started. So for this blanket, I'm using a double knit weight yarn, and I'm using a combination of lovely warm colours that blend lovely together. I've got yellow, I've got a light oatmeal, I've got a rouge, a sort of a peachy orange, and a deep leafy green, and they look lovely together. These colours, if you're planning your autumn blankets, this is beautiful autumn colours. So this is 100% acrylic, and I'll leave a link in the description box below to each colour and where you can find them in case you wanted to do them the same colours, but you can do whatever colours you like. Now for the hook size, we're using a 5.5mm crochet hook, a darning needle to sew in your ends, a stitch markers will more often than not come in handy at some point, and of course some scissors. Okay, so we're starting with the light oatmeal colour, and to begin, make a slip knot, and chain 4. And then slip stitch into that first chain, creating a little circle that we're going to work our stitches into. Okay, so for round 1, we're going to chain 3. And that acts as our first double crochet stitch. And into this little circle here, we're going to place 2 more double crochets. So yarn over, put your hook into that little circle, pull through a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to make 1 more double crochet, just take your time at this beginning bit. It's a little bit fiddly when you haven't got much material to hold on to. So we've got 3 double crochets. Now we're going to chain 2 and place 3 more double crochets all into that same space that we've just worked. So yarn over, make your double crochet, so there we go. Now chain 2, now we're going to place another 3 double crochets all into the same space again. Okay, and then we're going to chain 2, and one last set of 3 double crochets. So if you're not sure how many, we need 4 sets of 3 double crochet stitches in this round 1. So 3 more double crochet stitches, scoot your stitches around if you need to, and 1 more. So there you have 4 lots of 3 double crochets. And to finish round 1, chain 2 and slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 that we did right at the beginning of this round. Okay, there's round 1. Okay, ready for round 2. Before we start round 2, we're going to slip stitch our way over to this corner space. So find your next stitch, put your hook through there, yarn over, pull through and pull through, and then one more time hook into that corner space, chain 2 space, yarn over and then slip stitch through. So we're now working in the chain 2 space. Now for round 2, chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and again that acts as our first double crochet. Now we're going to add a corner here. So, and a corner is going to be 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, all into this space here. So we've got 1 double crochet here, So make 2 more double crochets into that chain 2 space. Okay, then chain 2 and put 3 more double crochet stitches into this same space. Okay, and that's your first corner. Then chain 1. And we're going to do the same again in the next corner. So 3 double crochet stitches. Then chain 2. You can scooch your stitches along because we're going to put another 3 more double crochets into that same space. Okay, and there's another corner. Then chain 1 and make your next corner, which is the same again. 3 double crochet stitches into that chain 2 space. Then chain 2 and then put 3 more double crochet stitches into the same chain 2 space. It's 2. There we go, and we're ready to do our last corner. So chain 1 and the same again in our very last corner. 3 double crochet stitches. Chain 2 and 3 double crochet stitches into the same space. Okay, and to finish this round, we're going to chain 1, chain 1 and slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 that we did at the beginning of this round. So, and I usually follow it all the way up and just place it just to the left there, so it pulls it nice and square. So a slip stitch and then slip through. Okay, so we're going to finish this colour now. We're changing colours. So what I usually do before I change colours, you don't have to, is I just stitch through one more stitch. So put a hook in there and just slip stitch through one more stitch. Then yarn over and then pull through some wool, enough to allow you to sew in the ends. And then snip off your yarn, pull that through and just snug it down nice and tight. So there we've done our first 2 rounds. Now we're going to grab our next colour. So bring in your colour B. In this case it's the Rouge colour, but before we do that, as it's such a large blanket with a lot of colour changes, what I would suggest, and you don't have to, is just sew in the ends as you go. It just saves you having all those ends to sew in right at the very end of the project. So just weave that through 1 or 2 times. And then snip off your end. And now we're ready to start round 3 with our next colour. So we're going to join in any one of these corners. So just find any corner, and in your colour B, make a slip knot. Put your hook through that chain 2 space, hook the slip knot over your hook, tighten that up, and then just bring that through and chain 1. And there you go, you're all ready to go with your second colour. Okay, so we're going to start with a corner, which is exactly the same as the row below. So we're going to chain 2, because we've already got the chain 1 that we did when we joined the colour. This acts as your first double crochet. So as the same before, we want 3 double crochet stitches, chain 2, scooch your stitches around, and then 3 more double crochet stitches into that same space. Okay, now chain 1. Just making sure that we've got the right lighting here. There we go. See a bit better now. Okay, so chain 1, and in this first chain 1 space here, we're going to start with a regular double crochet into this chain 1 space. So yarn over, hook into that space and make a double crochet. Now we're going to make a long front post treble crochet stitch. So to do that, we yarn over twice, 1, 2, and then we come down to the row below, and we're going to work around this middle post here. I'll get my needle and show you. We're going to work our hook around the back of this post and out the other side with a treble crochet. So you've yarned over twice, put your hook round the back of this post, then yarn over and pull up your yarn and pull it up nice and tall, then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and then next to this one, place a regular double crochet into that same space. Okay, then chain 1. Okay, so now we're going to do another corner, which is 3 double crochet stitches, chain 2, and 3 more double crochet stitches into that same space to create another corner. Just get some more wool. Okay, there's your next corner. Then chain 1, and we're going to do the same in here as we did here. So yarn over and make a double crochet stitch, and then the next one is going to be the long front post treble crochet stitch. So yarn over twice, find this at the row below, that middle post, go round the back, yarn over, pull up a loop and just let it slide up quite tall. then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, then yarn over, pull through 2, and then next to that in the same space a regular double crochet stitch. Okay, so I'm going to repeat this all the way around. So we chain 1 and we make another corner, okay, then chain 1, and then we're going to do the same again as we did here in this space, which is a double crochet followed by, in the same space, a long, let's get some more wool, a long front post treble crochet. So yarn over twice, find your, from the row below, your middle post, round the back of the post and out the other side, yarn over, pull up your yarn nice and tall, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then straight away in the same space a regular double crochet stitch, then chain 1, and then another corner, chain 2, and there's another corner, and you can start to see the pattern already. Then chain 1, and then it's this part again, so double crochet, then yarn over twice, and then do that long treble front post double crochet, and right next to it in the same space a regular double crochet stitch. Okay, then chain 1 and slip stitch into the top of your chain 3 that we did at the very beginning. Just slip stitch through to join. Okay, and then slip stitch around to the corner. So we are going to be changing colours every 2 rounds. Now on round 4 is where I've had to make a slight change to the granny square, the regular granny square version of this, because it grows very, very big. The changes I make will help to stop these sides from pulling down, and it will help to keep it nice and square. It will, because it's growing bigger and bigger, start to create into a bit of a star shape. But what the changes I've made in this, starting in the round 4, really helps to keep the square as square as possible. So again, we're starting with a corner, so chain 3, and then make 2 more double crochet stitches into that corner. Now this will be your repeat row from now on. So we're changing it ever so slightly. So instead of chaining 2 from now on, for the corner, we're just going to chain 1. And then place 3 more double crochets into the same space. Okay, now at this point in the rows below, here we would have chained 1. We're not going to chain 1 now. So what we're going to do is just straight into this space here, we're going to make a double crochet, and we're going to make a long front post double treble crochet stitch. Sounds complicated, but it's very similar to this one that we did in the row below. This, for a double treble, we yarn over 3 times. 1, 2 and 3. And same as before, excuse me, pop your hook around the back of that post from the row below, yarn over, pull up a loop, and because we're doing a double treble, you don't have to pull it up quite so far, but do keep it nice and loose. Pull it up a little ways, then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, excuse me, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and then straight away next to this one and in the same space, make a regular double crochet into that space. And again, don't chain one. We're just going to go straight over to the next space and place a double crochet, and then a long front post double treble crochet. So yarn over 3 times, 1, 2 and 3. Find this middle post from the row below, hook around the back, yarn over, pull up a loop, then yarn over and just keep pulling through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And by doing a double treble, it really helps to keep these sides from pulling downwards. Then straight after the long double treble, into the same space, place a regular double crochet stitch. Okay. And again, we're completely taking out this chain one in between each section now. So don't chain one, go straight into making your next corner. So that's 3 double crochet stitches. Then just chain 1 and then 3 more double crochet stitches. Okay, and you'll see straight away we're going to hop straight over to this first space here with a double crochet, and then there's that long front post double treble crochet stitch. So yarn over 3. Generally all you need to remember is yarn over 3 times. So that's 1, 2 and 3. And then it's like a long double crochet really. But we're going around the back of that post, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and then a double crochet in the same space. Okay, and again, we're not chaining one. Excuse me. Please excuse my croaky throat today. I'm just recovering from a cold. Okay, so now we hop straight over to the next space with your double crochet, then the long front post double treble, 1, 2, 3. Round the back of that post, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then a double crochet into that same space. Okay, so that is your repeat. So you would now make your next corner, but doing 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, and then repeat in these 2 spaces what you did here, and carry on next corner, and then carry on all the way around, and I will meet you as we're approaching the end of this round. Okay, so we're just approaching the end of the round, and to finish, and we've also finished with this colour, as we've done 2 rounds in this colour, we slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 we did at the very beginning of the round. Okay, and then finish off this colour. So I'll just slip stitch one more time, then yarn over, pull through some wool, snip off your wool, pull that through, and there you have 2 colours. Now we're going to bring in the next colour, and again we will work it. We start from the corner, so find your chain. It's a chain 1 space now. Bring in your next colour. For me it's the yellow, but your colour C, and make a slip knot, and then in your chain 1 space of the corner, put your hook through, then put your hook through that loop of your slip knot and just tighten that up. Pull it through, chain 1, and there you have changed colour. Now, from now on, we are repeating row 4. But obviously, as this gets bigger and bigger, there's going to be more spaces in between the corners. So I'll start you off. So we chain 2, then we go 2 more double crochets, because this acts as a double crochet. So make 2 double crochet stitches, then chain 1, and then place 3 double crochet stitches into the same space. So we're creating the corner. Okay, so then we're going to hop straight over to this space here, and place a double crochet stitch. And then we're going to do that long front post double treble crochet stitch. So yarn over 3 times, 1, 2 and 3. Hook round the back, find the middle post from the row below, hook round the back, yarn over and pull up a loop, then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. And then right next to this long stitch, you want to place a regular double crochet into that same space. So even though on that last row we stopped doing a chain 1 in between these sections, you'll still find that there is a space for you to work into, okay? So the next space is here, and you see there's already a long stitch here, but we're still going to work into this space exactly the same way. So start with a regular double crochet, and then make your long double treble stitch. So 1, 2, 3, and then quite simply use this stitch here, this long stitch here, to work your hook around the back of that, okay? Then yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, and then a double crochet in the same space. Okay, so we'll repeat all the way around. So yarn over, find your next space, skip over this section here, next space is here, double crochet. Then yarn over 3 times, hook around that post from the row below, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 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 then double crochet. And then we're back to the corner, which is 3, find your chain 1 space, which it is now, place 3 double crochet stitches, then chain 1 and 3 double crochet stitches to make your corner. and off you go on over along the other next side. So you'll see this space here, double crochet, then 1, 2, 3, and come down, and you'll see that middle post from the row below, hook in, yarn over, pull up a loop, then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and keep going just like that. Then double crochet. I'll just show you one more time, because you see this one has a long stitch already there. So hop straight over with a double crochet, then 1, 2, 3, and you put your hook around the back of this post, which is a long stitch already done here. So round the back, about the middle of the post, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then it's your yarn over, pull through 2, not sure, yeah, I just did a regular treble there. So make sure you yarn over 3 times, 1, 2, and 3. And then a double crochet stitch. Okay, you can see this already beginning to create that beautiful mosaic style. So carry on with this round, remembering that it's just a chain 1 for your corner and no chains in between each little section, and it's yarn over 3 times to do this long stitch. So work your way all the way around, and I will meet you as we're approaching the end of this round. Okay, so we've got to the end of the round, and to finish the round we slip stitch, we just hop straight, we've done the last section there, and we hop straight over to the chain 3 that we did at the beginning of the round and slip stitch into the top of that chain 3. Now I just wanted to show you this again, just to remind you that the second round that you do in the same colour, you'll need to slip stitch around to your corner. So slip stitch into there, and then here's your chain 1 space, slip stitch into there, so that you're beginning your next round from your corner. So that's the only difference between your two rounds of the same colour. And then you chain 3 and make your corner. Your 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, okay, and then off you go again along this side, starting in the first space that you can see, doing exactly the same as you've done on the row below. And that is basically your repeat now, and that is how you create this blanket. You repeat these row 4 or row 4 and 5, changing colours every 2 rows, and just keep going basically. The beauty of working a blanket from the center outwards is you can make it as big or as small as you want. You know, you can stop whenever you want, and you know, it will look perfectly good exactly where you want to finish. Now, you probably noticed that in the video of the completed blanket, I did actually make mine into a rectangle. So you can carry on now and make your blanket as big as you want it to be as a square. And then I'm going to go ahead and just do a few more rows, and when you've finished your square, if you want to make it into a rectangle, I can meet you back here and I will show you how you can then turn this into more of a rectangle blanket. But if you want to keep it as a square blanket, quite simply carry on like this, repeating row 4 over and over again until it's the size you want it to be.